Alright, well, I was going to have an animation to show you this, how to make an oatmeal tray into a dice roller, but I don't have that. Okay, I don't read documentation, so we're going to have to just do this as is. Alright, so here we have our very fine cylinder, but we can't use it like that. So we're going to have to cut here and also here. But for right now, we'll just take this and then we'll take our blade, since you will need a blade, and then we'll just cut it across. Okay, that will give us our top. Then we go ahead, take our cut lines, move them down, then we bring our blade back, come over here, boom, cut across. Alright, so now what we have is we have the top, the middle, and then the bottom pieces. So the middle piece you don't actually need. You can go ahead and just toss that away into the trash. I think, as a matter of fact, we'll be able to put our knife aside for a bit. Well, actually, no. Because here's what you want to do next. So you do need the cap for this, which is going to be right here, the flat cap. Alright, so lay the cap down flat on some surface. It doesn't really matter what it was, but now you're going to need to take the top and bottom together. So the top, first things first, we're going to need to transform that. Flip it over so the lid, or the lip rather, is facing down. Whew. Then you take it and you put it inside. Then you would take the bottom and put the bottom into the right into the top, so either stacked. It's a double layer round. To help you out, what you could do is that you take the top, we'll remove it there, and then we take the blade. Where are you? Yeah, we take the blade and then we give it just one cut all across. So it fits around so the top fits around the bottom better, and then you can, it can sit in there way easier. And since they're both about the same size, you actually do need to cut it. And then what you do is that you glue all around the circumference of it. As a matter of fact, like after you do fit them in, then it's a lot easier to take off the cap, and then you have like both of them together, so then you can also glue the cap in around. I do recommend using a low temperature glue gun, solely because you don't want anything to melt or catch on fire or burn yourself, as a matter of fact. Yeah, you get burned a lot if you're irresponsible. Okay, you can do this totally, completely without getting burned. Okay, so now that we have that, shoot. Yeah, okay, now that we have that, we shall represent it by okay, that's the main thing done. Then we need, okay, go away glue gun, we don't need you. So this is going to be our representation for the cap. And you're going to need some faux leather. Fox leather, I like to call it. F-A-U-X. It's pronounced faux, but it looks like fox. Okay, so you take this and then you grab your pen, because you will need a pen. So you grab the pen and then you outline it all the way around. After that, alright, after that, excuse me for a bit. You remove the cap. See, then you're left with a pretty good outline there. Now, let's recenter ourselves. Now, after the outline, what you want to do is that you take your blade. Oof, you're kind of low on the chopping block blade. Alright, take your blade and then you cut all the way around. Remove all the excess leather, and then you're left with the one that fits into the cap. well, into the combined thing. So then what you want to do is lay the leather. What? Well, let me get our cap first. Get the cap. Get the leather. And then you lay the leather into the cap. Like so. Okay, now that's there, you go ahead, take the leather back out of the cap, and then you grab your glue gun for the final step. This step, you don't actually want to go gluing all around to make it better, or to make it the best that it can be, and to leave a flat, more rollable surface. Because like if you do glue all across, then it's going to leave lumpy bumps on the underneath the leather, which will affect the texture of it. Which, I mean, if you don't care, you don't care, that's fine. But to make it the best, you only leave glue around the edges of the cap, and then you place the leather down. Oh, which, by the way, just trim the leather down as necessary. And so at the end, you should have something looking like this. And so you can totally just trim the edge down, so it's easier to pick up dice. Like if you put 2 inches for the edge of the last time, I think this one's about an inch-ish. I'll put it up. But yeah, that's how you make a dice roller out of oatmeal containers.